Every week on my syndicated radio show, I have in-depth conversations with experts, and we talk about everything: health, business, financial, self-improvement, current issues, and the interviews are available on demand. And you can listen anytime from your phone, on your computer, or in your car on the way to and from work. Just go to talkwithaudrey.com. So let's take a look at my conversation with Flenner. She's an award-winning school counselor and Florida Counseling Association past president. We spoke about a national survey of about 1,000 teenagers ages 15 to 19 that found that acne not only has a negative impact on the way they feel about themselves, it also leads to increased anxiety over using social media. She also provided some insight into the issues of social isolation, low self-esteem, and poor body image as a result of acne that some teens might experience.
We've known for a long time that acne can impact a teen's self-esteem and their social life, their family relationships, their academics. What we didn't know is how this rise of social media would really impact our kids who are struggling with acne. And this survey that was commissioned, was the first of its kind to really delve into how the rise of social media has impacted these kids. And with almost all of our kids having some sort of social media, like you mentioned, Snapchat, Instagram, it's important for us as adults to be aware of how their self-esteem can be impacted, because this is what they do all day long. So what that survey found is 51% of teens stated that having social media makes having acne even harder. And over a quarter of those surveyed said that they were anxious or dreading going back to school this school year. And so we hate to hear this for our kids because it's a tough time for them.
Yeah, and those mediums, those social media mediums are so visual. And even though they have, I guess, filters and what have you, if you have a really bad case of acne, it's probably not going to help a lot. But what a shame that you can't be who you are, right?
True, all these filtering ideas, these kids are afraid to show themselves. And like you mentioned, like in this 24/7 world, when we were kids, the bell would ring, our day was over. It's not over for them. It is all day long a constant reminder of the struggle that they're having. But, it's really important that they know that acne is treatable. So it's important for families to know it's okay to seek help from a dermatologist. It's okay to have this conversation with your kids and say, yeah, I see you're really struggling with this. What can we do to help you?
And what can we do as parents to help? What can we do?
It's tough. Yeah, the first thing is just to be aware. So be on the lookout. Like if your student who used to take 20 selfies a day is now, avoiding being photographed, or they won't get in pictures, that might be a sign that, something's really up. They're really concerned about their appearance or their self-image. And, they may, if you see them untagging pictures, that they're out usually with their friends. Our teens love to brag about where they're at the beach, at the movies. If they start untagging themselves from pictures, it may be a sign that, maybe something's going on for them. I work with many families, and parents will tell me their kids actually get really angry or upset when the parents post a picture of them on social media that hasn't been approved by them. So watching out for these warning signs is super important. And then just being okay with opening up this conversation and just saying, I've noticed that lately you haven't, been in pictures, or you've been shying away. Is there something to that? And just having that conversation, allowing them the space to be able to say, yeah, this is tough for me. And then make a plan of attack. Again, seeking the treatment of a dermatologist will help them feel like there's a little bit control in this sometimes out of control world. And then talking with them about how best for them to use social media, whether it's maybe a little bit to limit the access, or if it's just to, again, work with maybe a counselor on their self-esteem and their self-image. Being a teen is hard these days, and we want to make it as easy as possible on them.
To listen to this interview in full, simply visit talkwithaudrey.com, where you'll find plenty more available to you on demand. I'll be right back.